We are what is this? The remnants of a hurricane or something, or just a
Just
storm?
a storm, like a nor'easter or whatever they call
Son of a bitch. I'm going to be hopping in and out here tonight because I'm supposed to record something for somebody. I don't know if it's going to be something that will be public, but it's a little comedy thing, like 2 minutes long. And hello, sorry it's been a bit. I was busy. Well, thank God you're back. I was hearing you were. Hi, Janae.
them. There's something fucked up with Disney, by the way,
Why?
because
Hi, Ronnie.
when you
Hi,
sign
Sarah.
when you sign in,
Yeah,
as it tells you to sign in,
yeah.
it tells me it recognizes you and says hello Tom or hello, and then it says sign up for an account for Hulu. So it's fucked up.
What about Hulu?
When you try to sign into Hulu, it says sign in with your My Disney account. It's not. I just wanted to tell you in case it pops up on here and you got to try and sign in again.
So what's going on, Ronnie, Sarah, Janaea, and Dobie? Now here's somebody that has Lifelite rechargeable light bulbs. How's a light bulb rechargeable? Oh, it's got battery backup. So they keep working if power goes out. That's cool. But it says they sell $40 per pack. I have 10 packs. Where'd you steal these from? This is someone selling these. Your beer keg? Thank you, Janaea. Ronnie, please tell me that's a beer keg you're waiting for him to bring in. Oh, God bless. I knew I loved this woman. Ronnie says she's waiting for her neighbor to get home to bring in her keg. She's got a beer keg waiting out there. So you got a kegerator and everything? Thank you, Sarah, too. You're both the best. We're trying to get there, aren't we? Ugh. Do you? Let me tell you something, Ronnie. Do you do? I'm really pushing out. Do you do gummies too? Because I'll see. I'll come to Florida. We'll do some gummies and tap that beer keg while sitting on that back deck. And hell, I may just become your roommate. Well, I have to come home because the dogs. Um, so Sable last night only Sleepy's gummies. All right. Well, I'll sneak one before I walk in, or I'll hide them in my room. Do you have my room ready? All I require is a pillow and a blanket. Bring the dogs and Holly and Sable. Sophie. Okay, you got it. Yeah, your neighbors would move. Thank you, Stephanie. I did see that earlier. Also, Aaron donated and Melanie. So last night, Sable was losing her mind out here, barking at something, and I noticed she started limping. So she had a pretty good limp going to bed, but she laid still all night. And this morning she got up with a little limp and immediately ran outside, and she's been fine. Wouldn't you say she's fine now? And but they're having their annual tomorrow, so I'll have the vet look at it. But also, part of their annual exam is I have to bring in a stool sample, dog poop. So they're pretty regular with after dinner, they'll go out and they'll dump. By the way, speaking of dinner, have you heard that you're not supposed to let your dogs run for an hour to 2 hours after eating? Because their stomach can flip and they'll die. A guy did this excellent video presentation of it, a demonstration. And it showed where he took like I don't have anything here to show easily. He took like a trash bag that was empty and he held it and he says, when your dog runs, this hops around inside as their stomach. But when there's something in it and he stuck some like some weight, he put some actual dog food in it and then closed it like a hammock. And when he started swinging it, because it was now full of weight, it was heavy and it spun over. It would spin over from the dog's motion. And then what it is an obstruction at the top and the bottom. It was horrible. Even the demonstration was horrible. So from now on, we are going to put Sable in a straight jacket immediately following dinner. But so I needed to get a poop sample. So I had rubber gloves and a Ziploc bag. And I followed them outside. Sable was the first. I could see her butthole expanding. And I got a piece of her turd, which I learned years ago after being humiliated by the veterinarian. They said, "Oh, we only need like a half a teaspoon," because I brought in a turd. And Madison, are you like okay? I just want to make sure you're coming on kind of a little strong here in the beginning. All right. So I said, well, number one, you said bring in a stool sample, and that's a stool sample. And number two, I'm not measuring out a half a teaspoon, you bitch. Reduce symptoms of parasites. Four signs that parasites are living within you. Oh, that's nice. All right, I updated. Oops, I updated the amount I now need to raise. If I don't get to four, well, it's $3,439 now. It's just an opportunity for me to make a piece of to purchase a couple pieces of equipment that I need to make the film great, and they just happen to be on. It actually costs more than that, but the rest of it I have, and I need to purchase it by tomorrow when the sale ends. Actually, the sale ends at sundown tomorrow because it's a it's a Jewish-owned store, and they close at sundown on Friday for the Sabbath, and that's when the sale ends. Otherwise, I'm still going to need the equipment, and it's going to wind up costing me about 2 grand more. So I'm trying to raise money to save money. Metallica, that's right. You went to see them. You said you checked in on my live, even though you could only see but not hear. Do you wear ear protection when you go to these things? Because let me tell you, I would be that nerd with those little foam plugs in my ears. Hi, Crystal. All right. How are you, Crystal? Did you like little tea in it? I still, once I can get Martin here also, I'll get um I'll get all the signatures. Did you notice the one shot where I was facing right at the camera and I pulled down the shirt and I went like this so you could see little T? Hi, JLo. I had to make sure everyone got hello, Linda. Everybody got a good view. Crystal said little T refers to us as Uncle Nigel and Aunt Holly. By the way, for our dogs tomorrow when they go to the vet, they don't really get upset, but they tend to be good. They get a little nervous. They have a little bit of separation anxiety from each other. But we take whipped cream and they get that on the way out. Now there's somebody I emailed that hasn't answered me yet because I have a story about one of the t-shirts, but I want their permission to talk about it. You know, when I first made the little T t-shirt, Holly was the first person to say it, and she went, "Oh." And when I put it on for the filming, Scott saw it and said, "Oh." Martin saw it and said, "Whose dog is that?" I said, "It's Crystal's, you big dummy." So I have to take this shirt first and sniff it to make sure it doesn't smell. Because that last night of filming was humid out. If it smells like Body Funk, that might be worth money, but I have to wash it. Huh?
How big of a deal? I can wash it.
Gotta wash it though, like in
Inside out.
cooler water,
Yes.
and not put it in the dryer.
Yes, inside out. And you dry it on the back of the chair.
Yeah, but and then I need to iron it flat because we have to sign.
Okay.
And if any of you fuck up, actually, I'm sure you'll be all right with that. Like if Holly puts one L on her name and she's holy.
I'll just put my initials.
No, you won't. Crystal also wants the paw prints of the dogs and the cat.
Cool.
Yeah, but how am I going to do that?
They have those little kits you can buy.
Ink pad? Yeah, but don't they still get dirty? I'll have footprints all over the house. Crystal, you see what you're causing here?
I think it comes off here. I wanted to get one of those for us anyway.
For us.
Yeah, to get like their paw prints and Sophie's paw print, and you can frame it.
I can see Sophie not
I can do
having anything to do with you for months.
She'll let me do it.
Look, Sable's over there assaulting her mother. So, Crystal, we're going to go to PetSmart and look for a doggy paw print.
They also have them like on, really take too
Who?
long. They have them like on Temu and stuff like that. They have them on Amazon too.
All right, well, we'll get it off Amazon. So, J-Lo, you decorated for Halloween yet, or do you do that year-round? Did I tell you? There was this coffee shop and ice cream place we used to stop at to get the dogs their treat. But it came unreliable when they were open. And, the dogs would get frustrated because they're expecting ice cream and I basically don't deliver. So they used to have a Christmas tree in there year round, and it had hearts on it, Valentine's Day. It had Christmas balls. Hi, Phil.
They're
It had
inkless. Sorry.
Huh?
They're inkless. So they don't get anything on them.
So how do you do it?
It's probably like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, but then how do you get it off of there onto a t-shirt?
Onto a t-shirt.
Crystal wants her t-shirt from the film
Oh, that's it.
signed by all of us.
That's it. I thought she just wanted like a paw print from them. I didn't know she wanted it on the shirt.
All right, Adam sent me a Halloween picture. Let me see what we got going on here. Oh my God. Look.
That's cool.
4-pack English hand and footprint kit. Ink pad for baby hand and footprints. Dog paw print, dog nose print, baby footprint kit. Clean touch baby footprint. Oh, Jesus. We'll figure it out. Well, they have hearts on it for Valentine's Day. What's out back, Hal? Oh my God.
Hey, 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 hey. Get in the house. Get in the house.
Oh my God.
Come on. Let's go. Table.
And Easter eggs for Easter. And pumpkins and stuff for Halloween. Sable, in. Sable. Sable. Sable! Abel.
Hey, come in.
Mama just threw down the gauntlet. That's how she hurt her leg last night, the dog. Oh, they're going downstairs. So I did successfully get a stool sample from each of them. Put it in a Ziploc bag and then in a Tupperware thing that I never will use again. I give it to them, they try to hand it back. I say, no, thank you. I saw your picture. So I'm out here on the back deck now. It's nice out. Holly was out here with the dogs, but Sable sees a creature and lost her mind. What's with the dirt? Oh. Well, I picked up his shit, so we're even. I used a rubber glove. No. I rubbed the shit on my nose. Stop talking to me like an idiot. She's not. Now you make me feel dirty. We are going to start our Halloween decorating on September the 15th. I've decided. You usually start right after the 4th of July. It's your house. You can decorate whenever you want. This year, we left our. I usually take our Christmas deck. Have a good night, Linda. We usually decorate for Christmas on Thanksgiving Day or the day after, but normally the day of. I started years ago when I used to have family over for dinner on Thanksgiving. I would have the trees up and have them decorate the trees. Um, but we stopped having dinner here, like during COVID and all. But we would still decorate on Thanksgiving. This year, we shot Dracula around Christmas. So I had to leave the Christmas decorations up because I normally take them down January 2nd. And that comes from when I was a child. My mother used to leave them up for like 4 or 5 months, and it was embarrassing, I thought. I never looked at anybody who's, well, yeah, I do. I drive by people's house and they have Christmas lights up all year, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? But this year, because of Dracula and I needed to finish it and I still need to have the Christmas decorations, they were up later. Well, I understand why your house is decorated year round. That's your theme. Probably, I love the Halloween movies. Holly didn't like, and I wasn't particularly fond of the Rob Zombie one, but I've liked the Halloween films, especially the first one with Jamie Lee Curtis and the second one. But I'm trying to think of other Halloween themed films. I have a Grinch fence sitter, it's called. What it is it's the Grinch's head and hands, and you screw it to the top of like a wooden fence, so it looks like the Grinch peeking over. Got that at Walmart. It's all right. The image itself is good, but the screws to attach to your fence, one of them was broken the day I got it, so I have to, you know, make my own way of attaching it. You're a mean one, Mrs. Barnes. There she is, everyone.
By the way, I'm not gonna get delivery from Aldi. They charge almost $20 for delivery.
Oh, God.
I should say Instacart charges $20 for delivery. You like carnitas?
What is carnitas?
Stop making the face.
What is carnitas?
It's like pulled pork.
I like anything pulled pork. Watch it.
That's one of their specials this week.
I thought the Bad Ben Christmas special with the evil Queen Elf, that was fun to do. I used to put Byron and Duke in my bedroom. Well, Byron and Duke, but Duke had passed away, and so I had Byron, and I put him in my bedroom when I'd shoot Bad Ben films, and he would walk into the bathroom and push the door shut, lock himself in the bathroom because of all the screaming and bullshit. The first dog we had when we moved in this house, my mother and I, Fubar. Fubar used to sleep with my mom every night on the floor. She had a pillow that was a dog. It looked like a dog. And she would go in there and lay on the pillow all night long. She would come up with me to bed. And then when my mother would go to bed, she'd call her and she'd come running down and go in her room and stay there all night, laying on her pillow. It was a big poodle, the pillow. And then when my mom would go out, 2 days a week, I had a retiree that would drive her around. When my mom would go out, she would take Fubar into her bathroom, throw a couple dog biscuits, and Fubar would stay in there the whole time. Fubar was very well behaved. Byron and Duke were very well behaved. And then these two, who were well behaved approximately 43.5% of the time. The other 66.5% of the time, they are insane. By the way, folks, I told you about this before. This is good. This is Raid Wasp Spray, and there's different brands. There's Home Depot has brand. You don't have to buy this necessarily, but this sprays for like how far? It sprays like a super long distance, like 15 or 20 feet. And the reason this is good is that if somebody were like breaking into your house or something, or broke in your house, they're coming towards you, you can spray this 15 feet in their eyes, in their face, and believe me, they'll leave. Well, let me tell you about Fubar, Adam. I did not know what Fubar meant. A roommate I had, let's see, Fubar, I guess I got in the late 80s, early 90s. And I had a roommate and his girlfriend, who became wife, who's now dead. I know that's a pleasant twist. Um, she found Fubar running around the parking lot in her apartment, and she brought her to our house, and we kept her. And they named her Fubar. So I took her. She eventually wound up here, and well, before that, I took her to the vet, and they said, "Sir, the dog's name." I said, "Fubar." And the guy next to me starts laughing. And I'm like, "What the fuck? Your dog's name is Max, you idiot." And then he says to his girlfriend, "Fubar, fucked up beyond all recognition, bachelor party." And I'm like, "Oh my God, no, he didn't." So we'd already been calling this dog Fubar for weeks. So the name stuck, Fubar. She was Fubar too. She had one toe that was missing a, a like a segment. Not that it was cut off. It's just like, imagine you took out this knuckle and it was back here and your fingernail was back here. That was one of her feet. She had 9 nipples and she had 4 sets of canine teeth. So they took out 4 of them. So they took out 1 set of canine teeth. But yeah, Fubar's been around for a while. I just wasn't aware of the term. And I had seen Bachelor Party. Fubar was all light brown, like kind of almost golden. Byron had like German Shepherd colors, black and like light brown. And Sable looks a lot like Byron. That's why I picked her. The day after Byron passed away, I said to her, "No more." 24 hours later, had her, and she had a cone on. She whipped the shit out of me all night long the first night. Remember? She'd jump on me with that damn cone. I've never had it, but I didn't keep that cone on her long because Byron and Duke had to have one when they got neutered, and they never. I don't know what Bohica is. Do you know what Bohica is? Spell it out now, Squatch. And they had cones when they were neutered, and I took the cones off because they were just so disturbing to them. They never licked their stitches. Sable didn't. Archer, I don't think, had one. He was already done.
Yeah.
He had the little flap hanging where
He's
his.
still got something. You just gotta look for it.
Well, what the hell are you doing down there?
It wiggles when he walks.
Does it?
You look at him from behind, it wiggles when he walks. You can tell.
Oh, God. Bend over. Here it comes again. Bohica. We just have Bohique. No, only ever get to do it once. Here comes the rain again. I feel bad. I had to block one person earlier because you guys that are on YouTube and you guys that are on Facebook can't see the people that are on Twitter. I don't know why this thing doesn't make the ability to display all comments on screen, but it doesn't. But you guys can't see that. And but they were just Nigel Bach's the best. Tom Riley's the best. How'd you get your inspiration? So I had to block them. But normally a person that's that psychotic has a second account that they then will log in on and start. Why did you block me? It's worse with Twitch. I remember basic training for the Air Force, and San Antonio, Texas. Unlike like the Army used to have basic training, different bases all over the country. The Marine Corps had it in I think I want to say South Carolina and also in San Diego, the Marine Corps recruiting depot, which by the way is an awesome base. And the Navy, I guess, had it a couple places, but the Air Force only had it one place, San Antonio, Texas. And it's my first time ever out of the tri-state area, and my first ever plane ride was to basic training. And you get there, and asking why you hung up on them. I like to give them. I like to mess them. I like the scammers with email. Them I like to really mess with. Like when they say you're. I get this email regularly. We've received your, or we've withdrawn your payment for $499 for Geek Squad. And they said, click here, or we're about to withdraw, click here to. And when you click here, they're getting you to sign in. And then they get your username and password for like Best Buy. And it's just a thing. So I like to take and write them back when they say like, "Oh, you got," and I'll write them back and say, "Hey, I've got 2 subscriptions to Best Buy. to Geek Squad. Can we do them both at the same time? I happen to have the $900 right now. And then they'll write you back. And then you say, oh, wait, no, I don't. Forget it. Have you ever seen these videos where these people manage to hack into a hacker's computer? They're good. You'll have these people in a call center. It's normally in India. And they're trying to get you to let them log onto your computer so they can, basically hack your computer and steal credit cards and stuff like that. So he lets them in, but then he reverses it, hacks into them, and calls them by their name, and really starts messing with them. I also like when they ask you to log in, and first of all, the way to tell it's a scam is you look at the email address, and if it's like Disney Plus, will write me and say your payment didn't process. Log in now to update, or it says the credit card you have on file is expired, so log on now to update. So basically what they do is they try to get you to log on. It's a page that looks just like the Disney page, and you will put in your credit card information on. They'll say okay, and then they immediately will bill thousands, as much as they can, on your credit card. Well, what I like to do is hit those things, log in, and then type horrible, horrible things in the username and password. Like stuff about their mother, stuff I hope happens to them and their family. It's really not nice, but it's fun. All right, folks, I'm going to be back on here shortly. I've got to do this live broadcast. I mean, I got to do this game. I'll tell you about it. I'll be back on maybe in half. Thanks. See you. Love you. Bye now.